So just want to give you a quick overview. This is a quick tutorial of the Anix building system. This is the current development version that we just recently deployed on the web successfully. Now we're just fine tuning before releasing the public version for access by everyone. So the Annex Billing System, just a quick mention, were awarded to be one of the most innovative construction-related technology solutions in the whole of Africa in 2022 by Habitat of Humanity at the Africa Housing Forum. Otherwise, let me quickly veg into the actual demo of the actual live system right from the web. So when you visit the Unexperienced System website, you'll notice it's a very straightforward, simple interface. We present you directly with the services that we're providing. We're not doing any marketing. We are simply providing you a service which should help you to build cheaper, faster, and better. So quickly, there are 5 core modules. There's a cost estimation module. This will estimate everything to do with construction of a house, whether foundations, roofing, electrical, windows and doors, wall and floor finishes. For instance, let's go to the foundation. Imagine it this way. You have a user uh, who wants to build a home, very simple home, 3 bedroom or 2 bedroom house. He just has a floor plan. For him to be able to start building that house, especially in terms of materials, you would have to get a QS and then do the BOQ and stuff and stuff. But for us, with just that floor plan, literally, you can be able to just input some key metrics. For instance, let's say that the building was 8 meters by 6 meters, and then the interior was about 10 meters in total. The foundation height, we can leave it like that. Let's leave the other options as that. There's the footing concrete thickness, there's the slab thickness, and whatnot and whatnot. And then once you click next set, automatically the system will make so many mathematical calculations interconnected for everything required and give you proper breakdown results. For instance, for those particular options that we entered, you'd require about 11 bags of cement just for the foundation footings. The foundation footings is about 680,000. Now, this is based on prices which are also live and dynamically updated. Each and every time prices change, we also update our prices. Once we update our prices, everything that is calculated in our system also changes accordingly to reflect the actual market value of that estimate at that particular moment. Now, another interesting thing is you don't just get estimates, you even get the privilege of changing some important configurations. For instance, this is 50 thickness. Let's say, for instance, a user wanted to say, now I'll put thickness 6 inches because my place is not good, or the foundation soil is bad. So if he chooses 150 automatically you see the system will recalculate everything required and give the actual changed results. This can also be changed even from here. Let's say, for instance, you can change the mortar mix or the cement mix to, let's say, maybe 1 to 8. The moment you do that, again, you click next it, you notice all changes will happen for each and every place where this is affecting during this construction phase. And this happens for all the modules of construction, including the septic tank, there's the fence, there's the kitchen units, there's the ceiling, there's the wall plasters, the tiles, there's so many things, literally everything to do with estimating for a house. Now, another very important aspect in the system is this module Finish My Home. It's similar to the cost estimation, but for this one now we are focusing on people who have already built houses, but maybe they are remaining with maybe just to finish the ceiling, or maybe they can only afford doing it step by step, and now they might just be looking at maybe doing tiling, maybe tiling just for a single room, or maybe just the whole house, and then they do the ceiling later. So this one is specific for those type of people. For instance, I'll show you for a project that I was already working on. This is a live project that we are doing, and we're using the system currently as we are developing it in this beta phase. Otherwise, you can see it calculating for all the rooms that I've configured. Now, if you go to see it, here are the different configuration of rooms. Of course, because this I already pre-entered it, it might look a bit complicated, but the process of entering is the same as I showed you in the previous estimation video. You input a room name here, let's say for instance, toilet, and then you can input the length, maybe 2 meters length, and the width is 1.5 meters. You can have, okay, you have one door in the toilet, you have maybe a window of about 1 meter, and the height is also 1 meter, and it's just one window in the toilet. You click add window, and then you click add room, and that um, new room literally gets entered so that you can be able to calculate with it. Otherwise, again, let's just dive into the results of this finish my home module. If you can see again, it brings all the estimates per room. Now, like say for instance here, living room 2.3 m. The total cost for this whole house for the finishes that I selected, which are the floor tiles, the wall plaster, the painting, the ceiling, and the windows and doors, is about this much. Of course, again, this is a development version, so these figures will 100% change by the time we are satisfied that we have fine-tuned all the algorithms and whatnot and whatnot. But otherwise, again, you go on the living room, and you are able to be presented with even more detail to say, okay, just for the wall plaster on the living room, you'd need about 6 bags, and that 6 bags currently from the prices in our system, it's about 32,000 kwacha, which is a total of 192,000 kwacha. Same thing for sand, you need about 1.10 tons at that price, whatever, and that's the price. Same thing for the tiles, it comes with the same breakdowns. You need 22 boxes of tiles just for the living room, 21 bags of adhesive, 2 bags of grout, and 3 packets of spacers, and so on and so forth. Now, you can even get a better view whereby you can have an aggregate of all the materials to say, okay, yeah, this house would cost me 15 m to make the finishes, but just for the floor tiles for the whole house, how many or how much material am I looking at? So, for instance, for this particular house, this is how much materials for the whole house: about 125 boxes at 40,000, which is 5 million kwacha, about that much bags, and whatnot and whatnot. Same thing for the ceiling, it will also give you the adequate prices and the accurate estimates that would be required. Now, we also added something extra to the system just to make it at least again to be able to help people from who have different problems when it comes to soft construction or small construction companies or some small contractors, small home builders and whatnot. So there's this supplier directory, which again is self-explanatory. It's just a directory whereby we are focusing on populating it with suppliers who are directly related to supplying materials only for the construction industry, more or less to streamline access to suppliers who offer construction supplies. Otherwise, we also have the Learn to Build, which again, self-explanatory, is just a library of videos that we'll be creating just to teach people how to build, some tips on how to save, some tips on how to do maybe new technologies. Like we have a new septic technology, which is new, but it's low cost and affordable and also more durable. But most people, because they don't know how it's done, they still end up using the same old technology, which costs them quite a lot, but it's also not as efficient as these new technology systems. So we are hoping again to be able to create such educational videos to be able to at least again promote greener building, to promote modern building and safe construction as well. And the last part would be the plans and designs. Again, we are looking at people who have never built, small homeowners or first-time homeowners or first-time builders, to be able to get everything that they would require from our platform. So basically, a user will be able to come here and he can be able to find a house plan, which is what he requires or what he might find to be ideal for him. And the good thing is, all those house plans are directly connected to the Anix building system estimation algorithms. So whenever a user clicks a house plan, the estimates that come on are already detailed to give him to say, okay, if you are choosing this house plan at the prices which are in the system, which are current on the market, this is how much this house would cost, and these are the total breakdowns of each and every phase, so that again the user can be able to find somewhere to start from, instead of having to spend millions on getting a design, getting a quantity surveyor, instead of using those millions to at least start the actual development process of the property. So even the designs that we develop, it's just because it's a small tutorial, but we develop some very innovative and intuitive designs, following some like our own design principles and design philosophies, which allow us to again offer some very standardized houses. I mean, like 2 bedroom, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, whatever, whatever, but on a good footprint with good room volume and room space. Otherwise, again, on the technical part, this is a system that we are developing. Again, this is not a template. This is actually code, the coded right from scratch. Everything is written in code. So again, it's been quite a lot of challenges, because there's a lot of mathematics, there's a lot of interlinked formulas and functions. That's why it's taken us some time to, especially to port it to the internet. As I said, the first time that we developed the very first version of the system that we have been using all this past, we developed it in Excel, so it was a bit easier by then. But otherwise, we can say we are done with like 75% of the code development. Now, just the 25% of refining and testing the algorithms on real world projects for this particular version. And then again, we can be able to confidently tell the public to also be able to utilize the system to help them again build cheaper, faster, and better. Anix building system, just nix it.